Hello, everybody. I'm Ed Robinson, and welcome to another exciting edition of The Robinson Show. On the program, I have Bonge Gamide. She is a fitness influencer, personal trainer who hails from Zimbabwe but residing in South Africa. On the program, we ask about her upbringing, her fitness journey, also her business, and some words of encouragement that she has. Bonge is coming up after the break. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Robinson Show.
Celebrating 25 years, Quality Concrete, an Ascension-ready mix company, the foundation of Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. Quality Concrete has the expertise that's earned them the Quality Control Award from the National Ready Mix Concrete Association year after year. Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or municipal work, Quality Concrete is the one to trust. And remember, quality contractors use Quality Concrete. Call Quality Concrete at 225-677-7177 or visit GoQuality.com. That's GEAUXquality.com. For all your concrete needs, choose Quality Concrete, the #1 concrete company in the nation for quality control for the 4th time by the NRMCA. Quality Concrete, an Ascension-ready mix company, has poured over 7 million yards in Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. With 7 locations and the most modern fleet in the state, Quality Concrete is the best choice for residential, commercial, industrial, or municipal projects. Call 225-677-7177 to get a quote now, or visit GoQuality.com. That's GEAUXquality.com.
Now you'll save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. Enjoy fast speeds at home and on the go, so you can do more without spending more. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Joe Helm with Helm Paint and Decorating. Happy to announce our new 4 locations in Baton Rouge. We are new to Baton Rouge, but not new to paint. We are a family-run business with over 50 years experience, assisting customers with the best quality Benjamin Moore paint, supplies, and design services. We also offer free, fast delivery and expert color matching. Call or stop by any of our locations on Perkins, Jones Creek, Highland, or Choctaw, or shop us online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Helm, yeah.
This holiday, instead of giving them something nice, why not gift them somewhere nice? During the IHG Hotels and Resorts Cyber Sale, you can do just that and save. Shopping is easy in the IHG One Rewards app, where you'll save 20% on travel across 6,000 plus global destinations. And if you want to gift yourself somewhere nice, go ahead. You'll earn more and save more during the Cyber Sale. Check out all the deals at ihg.com/cyber sale. Terms apply.
When it comes to supplements, I have been on creatine for the longest of time before I stopped taking it because it was affecting my skin. I've also been on a mass gainer, but that lasted for 2 to 3 months. I've also been on whey protein that also only lasted for about 2 to 3 months, and I've also been on pre-workout. I am in the best shape of my life, period. And I say this to say that when you think of supplements, especially when you're not seeing results anymore and you're wondering, oh my god, what supplement do I need to get on? Maybe I need to include more whey protein, maybe I need to find some creatine, maybe I need to find a new supplement and all of that. Because we consume a lot of content on these apps that talk about supplements and all of that, the first thing that I want you to understand is that when you see people promoting supplements and things like that and cupboards full, there's brands behind that, and that is absolutely okay.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the program. That audio is courtesy of the official YouTube channel by the young lady that you heard talking. Her name is Bonge Gamide, and she was talking about supplements and when to use them and not to use them. And certainly she has so many great tidbits and so many great words of advice in terms of training and nutrition, just to name a few. And speaking of which, let's welcome her to the program. She is a YouTuber who is a personal trainer that gives advice on not just with training, but also with nutrition and amongst other things. Let's welcome her to the program, Bonge Gamide. Hey, Bonge, welcome to the program.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us on the program. So let's get right to it. Your upbringing, just tell the listeners out there, what was your upbringing like growing up?
Oh, I actually was born and raised in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, although I have roots in South Africa and currently living in South Africa. Well, I come from a very traditional family. A lot of my upbringing was all about sports. A lot of my time was spent on the fields, hockey fields, doing athletics in school. So school was a large majority of my life with my family. But that's the kind of upbringing that I had, and yeah, that's how best I could describe it. And so a lot of my life was all about coming from a traditional family. I have siblings, growing up in somewhat of I have 4 siblings, so kind of a big family for me. And growing up with my siblings was somewhat at the same age. And yeah, that's what my upbringing was like, briefly.
Okay, awesome. And, with a lot of things in life, fitness is something that's a part of everyone's life, whether people are doing it, as you mentioned, about playing sports, you mentioned about playing field hockey, whether it be being involved in sports, whether it be playing professionally or just doing something just to stay in shape and just remain healthy. How did your fitness journey begin?
Well, it began, because I played a lot of sports, the transition was quite obvious for me. So because I played hockey, I did athletics, and so when I first moved to South Africa, I found myself in a gap year, and a gap year that was not planned because the plan was to go to university. That didn't work out, and so I was now in this gap year. I'm sitting at home, and the only thing that was available to me was a gym nearby. And so I would walk to that gym and try to go there as often as I could. And so that's how it started. And so going to that gym and finding my way there, receiving comments on people thinking I was maybe into training and all of that kind of stuff. So that's how it kind of began for me, and that's how I got stuck in the gym. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's normally how it all starts off with people. You get in and you just start working out. Normally it's kind of out of boredom, as you said. You were looking for something to do, and it just hit. You had that sports bug, but it really hit you once you needed something to do, and it's paid off in what you've done and what you're continuing to do with the message that you have on your YouTube channel, with the videos and with your website. And I just kind of want to get into personal training. How did you get involved in personal training, and what are some of the benefits that you get out of it?
Well, I started doing personal training, I think 3 years ago now. And well, initially it started with a lot of people asking if I was a personal trainer and if I train people. And at the time, I was not qualified to do so. So I wouldn't train, or I would give advice and things like that, but I wasn't in the position to do so because I was just more focused on my journey and getting myself to a point where I felt like I was in a position to give help. And so that's how it kind of began. And then I had a lot more requests. So 2020 happened and we were in lockdown, and I decided to host fitness classes. So basically workout classes, because most people were at home, training at home most of the time. And so I figured, okay, we're going to do joint group classes. And so we would come together, work out together on afternoons, so like during the week. And then we'll train together for like an hour and a half. And then I'll get people asking questions, and people who enjoyed the classes and ask for the questions, ask for personal training, like individual personal training. And that's how that started for me. And I think it's been a great journey, because I've always wanted to help in that regard. However, I did not want to do it until I was in the position to do so, as well as mentally in the position to do so, because in starting my journey, my fitness journey, it started from a mental aspect. So I needed something to escape my reality, to escape what was going on around me. And so the gym became that for me. And so to be in the position to help other people and to have them gain some sort of knowledge on what their journeys can look like, and then receiving inspiration from what my journey is, was for me has been the biggest takeaway from my personal training journey.
Absolutely. You definitely hit it right on the money when you talked about making a difference and knowing before you wanted to know what you were doing in order to help other people. And that's very important, because people want that sense of comfort, and they want to know in terms of personal training, they want to come to somebody that has that expertise, and you were honest about saying that, knowing what you wanted. And certainly people come to you They want that expertise, and definitely you've built that up as we went through a rough time in the world, and definitely you were able to get that and help people along in their fitness journey. And I just want to stay, again, just with personal training for a moment. You know, looking at your videos and how you've influenced people, how often do you train? How many hours and days a week do you train?
Well, at the moment, I train 4 days a week, and that could be about. My training is actually an hour to an hour and a half, but most times it's a lot longer because of the filming and recording for YouTube. But most times it's an hour to an hour and a half, the actual working out. Yeah.
Okay. Now I've got to ask you this: what are your favorite body parts to train?
Oh, I absolutely love training lower body. I think most women love training lower body. So I think for me, training legs, leg day, as well as training glutes, of course, is definitely up in that list. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And now I would just want to ask you, what are your least favorite body parts to train?
Upper body. Upper body for me is a bit more, as well as I find it a bit more challenging. So upper body, and a lot more humbling, because it's a lot different to your lower body days, where with the lower body days you see yourself lift heavy and all of that, and then with upper body it's like 2.5 kg weights and things like that. So I think upper body for me would be my least favorite to train.
Okay, and now what you do in terms of fitness and personal training, it's one thing to get into the gym and to work out and to stay focused on the workout, but another key element of the fitness lifestyle is nutrition. So I have to ask you, what does your diet consist of?
With my diet, I would say my diet is a lot more on the realistic aspect. So I don't have, like, for example, cheat meals or rewarding myself with food, because I like to I had a time in my life where I viewed my food as something that I had to earn. And so now my diet is mainly just focused on eating the foods that I enjoy, firstly, but also because my mindset has changed in terms of, like, what can I enjoy? So knowing that foods that are healthy don't have to be foods that are boring or bland or without flavor, knowing that with foods that are healthy can be delicious. And so that for me is what my diet looks like right now. Yeah.
Okay, and I just want to stay again just with the diet for a moment. So you just mentioned about eating clean and making sure that your food tastes well and it's not bland. But I've got to ask you, what are your favorite cheat meals?
Well, I would say my cheat meals. Well, on Saturdays, for example, because that's when I decide I'm going to have, where I allow myself to have absolutely anything that I would like. And so I would say I'm a sushi kind of girl, or sometimes a good pizza will do, or KFC, most definitely. But yeah, those are my favorite. Those would be my top 3 favorites. Anything to do with chicken. Yeah.
Sushi, chicken, that sounds like a winner right there. You can't go wrong with that. And, all of those are very nice choices. And another just part of the fitness lifestyle is vitamins and supplements. We can only get so many nutrients in terms of eating, the foods that we like, whether it be, even if it's from an organic or a natural perspective. But I've got to ask you, what are some vitamins and supplements that you take?
Well, at this moment, I currently take multivitamins as well as collagen supplements and iron supplements. I don't take any, I would say, sporting supplements in terms of, like, your whey protein or mass gainers or creatine. The only supplement that I've taken for the longest time was creatine, and I recently just got off creatine. Yeah.
One supplement that you mentioned that you take is collagen. Can you explain to the listeners what collagen is and what are the benefits of taking that supplement?
So with collagen, basically what it is, so the recommendation for me to take collagen came from me needing a supplement that would help in taking care of, so basically it's like a protein, and what it does is it also helps with your muscle mass, it helps with your, it prevents bone loss, it helps with joint pain, and so as well as improving your skin, and so which is why I have it as part of my supplements, and so that would be your general benefits from that supplement. Yeah.
Awesome. And again, thank you so much for just going more into detail just about the benefits of collagen and what it does and how people can benefit from it. And I just want to talk now just about, your platform for a moment and your social media, not just your online business, but just what you do as a content creator, and that's Body by Bonge Gamide. Just how did that develop, and were you able to turn it into a thriving business, what you do just in terms of your YouTube channel and what you do with personal training? Body by Bonge Gamide started I created an Instagram page, and that was the handle, and that then transitioned into YouTube, which I just started in August of last year. And how that came about is on Instagram, sharing my fitness journey and workouts that most people, as well as mainly advice and tips on how to train, whether it's training at home, finding workouts that you can use at home, finding workouts that you can use in the gym. But the main goal behind all of it, especially with my YouTube, being that trying to provide a simple approach to fitness, and as well as having most people understand that fitness is not something that has to be as complicated. And so basically providing a platform where people can feel as though they can understand what it is that they need to do with their journeys, and as well as it's accessible to everyone. So it's not something that is far-fetched to say you have to be this size before you can begin your fitness journey, or you have to have this available to you before you can start your fitness journey, that you can start with what you have. And in my case, starting with what I have, which is not having a gym membership, but just training at home from a mat and using what I had around me to build, to work on my body. So that's basically that's the messaging behind, especially my YouTube channel. And so, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. A lot of people have really been taking advantage of these digital platforms and, being content creators. And if you do it the right way, you can definitely make big strides and make a difference. And so far, that's what you've done with Body by Bonge Gamide. And so I just want to stay just with your platform for a moment. What have been some of the responses that you have gotten from your business and also from your YouTube channel?
I think the response has been, on my end, amazing. I think I've been able to reach countries that I didn't think I would be able to reach with, especially my YouTube. And so I think for me, with most of the people that I have in my community, it's always just where they receive from me and I receive from them. And it's just a great relationship that we have, as well as it's allowed me to be able to grow with them. And so overall, my being in the social media space and the platforms that I have, the energy towards it has just been lovely, and it's just been something that's really positive in my life.
That's awesome. And, they say social media is a tool, and if you use it for the right reasons and the right purposes, you definitely can make a difference, and that's what you've done thus far with your platform. And I got to ask you, Bonge, tell people where they can find you on social media, the YouTube channel, any websites. Let the listeners know that.
Okay, so I am on Instagram under Bonge Gamide. And then on YouTube, my YouTube channel is under, again, Bonge Gamide. And then I have a vlogging channel, which just recently launched, which is Bonge Gamide Vlogs. And then I also have TikTok, which is also under Bonge Gamide. Yes. I actually also have a website, and that is where you can find all my programming, all my programs, everything else that I have going on, and that is www.bongegamide.com.
That is awesome. And Bonge, before I let you go, I want to ask you a couple of more questions. I know you've been living in South Africa for quite some time now, but you mentioned that you are a native of Zimbabwe. And I've got to ask you, for the listeners that may not be familiar with your homeland, what are some of the things that you tell them about Zimbabwe?
Well, I grew up in Bulawayo, which is in Zimbabwe, which is a small part of Zimbabwe, and that's in Matabeleland. And Zimbabwe in itself, from where I grew up, has been, I would say, a small community, because that's what it has felt like for me. And so everybody kind of knows each other, and we have a sense of what we would call Ubuntu, and so helping one another, and so living in a space where you exist as a community more than just this one lives there, that one has that going on. And so that's basically what I would describe it as. And also just being in a space where, because everybody knows each other and everybody is connected to each other, there's a sense of family within the space, a sense of being able to receive, to help one another. Yeah, and that's basically how I describe where I grew up, Bulawayo.
I just want to stay with where you grew up, or specifically your country. What are some of the popular sports that are there? I know the NBA has had a huge presence in the continent of Africa for many decades now, and I want to know about what is the sports scene like in your country. I know the NBA is really big in the continent of Africa, but what are other sports that are really popular in your homeland?
I would say at this moment, field hockey is one of them. They recently also traveled there on tour, but field hockey is one of them, and that's the sport that I played. I would say soccer in itself is also really popular in Zimbabwe, as well as, I would say field hockey are the most popular right now. Yeah.
All right. And again, I just want to stay with your country for a moment. Every country in Africa, or every region in Africa, has their specific dishes and their specific spices and foods that they like to eat. In your homeland, what are some of the popular foods or popular dishes that make your homeland very special?
Well, I would say for me, I grew up eating foods such as, in our language we call it umqanga, so foods like umqanga, inoti, those kind of foods, traditional foods that you make use of corn, you make use of basically crops that you can easily find, that you can easily grow, and that would be. Oh, as well as I like bab and imbida. So that is basically like your, how would I say, like your green vegetables, and then you eat that with your beef, so your beef stew. So it's like beef stew with your green vegetables, as well as your bab or istrala, as how I would call it. But yeah, those are what I would say the popular foods back at home that I enjoyed. Yeah.
Awesome. And Africa is a unique continent, and so many different foods and so many different customs. And I wanted to ask you again just about where you grew up in Zimbabwe. I know in different countries in Africa, there's different tribal customs and there's different languages, native tongues that are spoken. What is the official language of Zimbabwe, and what are the different languages or different tribes that are in where you grew up?
Well, from where I grew up in Matabeleland, and the official languages in Zimbabwe, we have quite a number. You have Shona, you have Ndebele, you have Tsonga, you have Tonga people, you have Tswana, you have Xhosa, you have Isotho. So there's quite a large number of them. You can find different, but we have about 16 official languages in Zimbabwe.
Wow, thank you for not only educating me, but also educating the listeners out there just about the different languages in Zimbabwe. Again, as I stated earlier, Africa is such a diverse and a unique continent. There's certain countries where the official language is French and Spanish and Portuguese and Dutch. So definitely thank you for educating me and the listeners out there about your homeland of Zimbabwe. And again, thank you again, Bonge, for being on the program. Tell everybody one more time where they can find you on social media and any websites. Let the listeners know that as well.
Okay, so with all my programmings, everything that is fitness related, that would be on my website, again, www.bongegumede.com. And on social media, you can find me on Instagram under bonge.gumede. And on YouTube, you may find me on under Bonge Gumede or Bonge Gumede Vlogs, and TikTok, Bonge Gumede. And thank you so much for having me. Such an honor to be on your podcast, and I appreciate the opportunity to have been able to speak to you today.
I thank you so much, and thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the program. And Bonge, before I let you go, I want to ask you, I would like for you to share a message for anyone wanting to achieve their dreams, or anyone wanting to go out there and to pursue their life passions or achieve dreams. The floor is yours. Whatever message you have for the listeners, anyone that's listening out there, the floor is yours.
Okay, I think for me, the biggest thing would be whatever dream that you have or whatever goals that you have for yourself, not allowing what your environment or what you see before you to be the dictator of what you can achieve or how far you can go, and also allowing yourself to pave your own path and learning and taking some time to listen to what goes on the inside, what you feel most drawn to, and also not feeling as though that there's a particular route that you need to take to get to where you want to be. Whatever route that you're supposed to take, or whatever your path looks like, even when you face things that are, when you face challenges within your path, those are leading you up to where you're supposed to be. And so learning to take some time to listen to what you would like out of your life, and to make, and whatever you do to walk that journey, not being afraid to attempt new things, not being afraid to take risks, and not feeling like you have to take a particular path to get to where you want to be. So the most important thing being that honor what your life's calling is, and the way that you get there is by listening to yourself and not being afraid to attempt new things, and not being afraid to try something that is a lot different to what you see before you. And also understanding that life happens the way that it should, and everything is always working for your good. And so if you can just walk and continue moving, as long as you're not stopping or giving up, something good will come out of it.
Oh, man, those are some great words. And you heard it from her. She's Bonge Gumede, a personal trainer, also a media influencer, fitness influencer. Check her out on her website and also on her YouTube channel. Bonge, thank you so much. And if ever you want to come back on, just feel free to let us know.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome. We'll be back with more right after this.
When it comes to supplements, I have been on creatine for the longest of time before I stopped taking it because it was affecting my skin. I've also been on a mass gainer, but that lasted for 2 to 3 months. I've also been on whey protein that also only lasted for about 2 to 3 months, and I've also been on pre-workout. I am in the best shape of my life, period. And I say this to say that when you think of supplements, especially when you're not seeing results anymore and you're wondering, oh my God, what supplement do I need to get on? Maybe I need to include more whey protein, maybe I need to find some creatine, maybe I need to find a new supplement and all of that. Because we consume a lot of content on these apps that talk about supplements and all of that, the first thing that I want you to understand is that when you see people promoting supplements and things like that and cupboards full, there's brands behind that, and that is absolutely okay. But I also want you to understand that these things are not a need. A supplement is not a need. It's not something that you need. It's not something, you don't have to think of it as if I don't get on a supplement, that I won't be able to achieve the results that I want to achieve. When you're struggling with seeing results in the gym, or you're just starting out, supplements shouldn't be on the checklist. It shouldn't be, okay, get my gym clothes, sign up to a gym, get supplements. Leave out the supplements first, especially to start.
Now you can save on Cox Internet by adding Cox Mobile, so you can do everything you want, everywhere you want. Stream the big game with fiber-powered speeds at home, Or capture it courtside on your phone with unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So you can do more without spending more. Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
When it comes to Botox, choose the one you know. Weiler Plastic Surgery. From Baton Rouge to the North Shore, we're a national top 25 allergen provider with 5 locations to serve you. Book your same-day Botox appointment today at weilerplasticsurgery.com.
Now you'll save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. Enjoy fast speeds at home and on the go. So you can do more without spending more. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
You probably know the feeling. Sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.
Hello, this is the BR Telco operator. How can I assist you today?
Hey, can you tell me why I should bank at BR Telco?
Well, I don't mean to spin the street yarn, but you'd be a monkey's uncle not to bank with us. We do everything the big banks do. Plus, we've been in the community for over 85 years, and your money stays here in the community, not Wall Street. Any other questions?
Sure, yeah. Could you connect me with Anita Bath, please?
I'm not falling for that one again.
Find out all the reasons you should get to know Telco at brtelco.org. Federally issued by NCUA.
Celebrating 25 years, Quality Concrete, an Ascension-ready mix company, the foundation of Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. Quality Concrete has the expertise that's earned them the Quality Control Award from the National Ready Mix Concrete Association year after year. Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or municipal work, Quality Concrete is the one to trust. And remember, quality contractors use Quality Concrete. Call Quality Concrete at 225-677-7177 or visit GoQuality.com. That's GEAUX Quality.com. For all your concrete needs, choose Quality Concrete, the #1 concrete company in the nation for quality control for the 4th time by the NRMCA. Quality Concrete, an Ascension-ready mix company, has poured over 7 million yards in Baton Rouge and surrounding areas. With 7 locations and the most modern fleet in the state, Quality Concrete is the best choice for residential, commercial, industrial, or municipal projects. Call 225-677-7177 to get a quote now, or visit GoQuality.com. That's GEAUX Quality.com.
Now you'll save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. Enjoy fast speeds at home and on the go. So you can do more without spending more. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
When it comes to Botox, choose the one you know. Weiler Plastic Surgery. From Baton Rouge to the North Shore, we're a national top 25 allergen provider with 5 locations to serve you. Book your same-day Botox appointment today at weilerplasticsurgery.com.
A change of seasons means adventures in rain, shine, mist, or snow, or all of the above on the same day. This season, prepare for every season with the Allbirds Mizzle collection. With all-condition traction and materials and features to keep you comfy and dry no matter what, you'll be ready for anything. Go to allbirds.com and use code FRESHSOCKS for a free pair of socks with your purchase. ALLBIRDS.com, code FRESHSOCKS.
All right, everybody. Once again, a big special thank you to Bonge Gomide, fitness influencer, also personal trainer, giving us great insights on our homeland of Zimbabwe, also giving us the 411 about her fitness journey, as well as her business and so much more. Once again, a big special thank you to Bonge for appearing on the program. Until next time, remember, put God first in everything you do and you can't go wrong. Until next time, stick to the script. I'm out. Peace.
Now you'll save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. Enjoy fast speeds at home and on the go. So you can do more without spending more. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
'Tis the season for chicken fingers at Raising Cane's. Warm up with hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, garlicky buttered Texas toast, and the real source of holiday magic, cane sauce. And while you're treating yourself, don't forget to treat everyone on your list to Cane's gift cards and New York City-inspired plush puppies that benefit pet organizations. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Why don't more infant formula companies use organic, grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why don't more infant formula companies use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more infant formula companies run their own clinical trials? Why don't more infant formula companies use more of the proteins found in breast milk? Why don't more infant formula companies have their own factories instead of outsourcing their manufacturing? We wondered the same thing. So we made ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
Now you'll save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. Enjoy fast speeds at home and on the go, so you can do more without spending more. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
Life insurance. What's your excuse for putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think your work coverage is enough? There's a lot of excuses for putting off life insurance, but one big reason why you shouldn't. If the unexpected were to happen to you, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' tuition, and all the other bills? In a time of grief, the last thing you would want is for your family to have to sell the house and struggle to survive financially. At Ethos, we could get you covered in just 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Rates can increase the longer you wait, so no more excuses. Take 10 minutes today and discover the modern way to get the life insurance coverage you need. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethoslife.com/audio. That's ethoslife.com/audio.
'Tis the season for chicken fingers at Raising Cane's. Warm up with cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, and the real source of holiday magic, cane sauce. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Now you can save on Cox Internet by adding Cox Mobile, so you can do everything you want, everywhere you want. Stream the big game with fiber-powered speeds at home, or capture it courtside on your phone with unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So you can do more without spending more. Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile. Learn more at cox.com/internet. Not all services and features available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.